Like I said, this is the Pakistani playbook. Frankly, it was only people who were doing business in Bangladesh who needed to go to Bangladesh. Why would anybody else go to Bangladesh anyways? So that is one. And there were more Bangladeshis coming into India, some illegally to find jobs out here, and some legally for medical treatment and other reasons. Now, the reason why the Indian visas were being suspended or visa services were temporarily suspended was because of security reasons. There were mobs of people, mobs who incidentally the cops in Bangladesh and the government in Bangladesh say that we cannot control these mobs because they will turn violent. And they are allowed to turn violent to lynch Hindus, but otherwise the cops will not act. So now these are cops who are themselves saying that these are mobs which are out of control. Now when these mobs are out of control, there is a very clear and present security threat to Indian missions in Bangladesh, which is why for reasons of abundant caution, some of these services were suspended. Now that similar situation does not obtain out here. I don't think any Indian cop has said, or Indian government or Indian authority has said that we cannot control mobs because otherwise they'll turn so violent that they'll turn on us. And if there is a slight demonstration somewhere, we let these demonstrations happen because unlike Bangladesh, India is a democracy. We have free and fair elections, we have change of government, we do not have the kind of system which exists out there. So quite clearly, for the Bangladeshis to say that there was a security threat to their missions, they're being disingenuous, and they are basically, like I said, it's that typical Pakistani tit for tat card. But for the Indians to say it, I think there was a legitimate reason why there was an apprehension that was being felt, apprehension that there will be an attack on the Indian mission, because these were violent, crazy mobs let loose by the regime and given a free hand by the law enforcement authorities in Bangladesh, who were marching towards the Indian missions, who have been threatening Indian officials. All kinds of things have been happening. Now, if the Bangladeshi, like I said earlier, if the Bangladeshis want to cut their nose or their two of their necks, and people who've seen the map know which two necks I'm talking about, if they want to cut their necks, that is their problem, to spite India's face. They have to think this through.
This brings me to the last question as well. Talking about the election.